relatively speaking, a little warmer in New York today and for the ball game tonight as well. Yeah, Trey Turner.
Nationals, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, buddy. Trey's been a big factor in this series. All right, go enjoy the game. And Trey will be in the leadoff spot again tonight. Maybe not as chatty as that fan, but he really spoke with his legs, with his bat, and everything else, because we all know he's the engine that makes this thing run.
Well, it's been big turnarounds because of Trey Turner. You talk about what he brings to the table, the old saying, you go, we go with the leadoff hitters. Never been more true with Trey Turner's speed and what he brings to the table. You know, when you're slumping as a team, speed can energize you. So him just getting on base has kind of turned this whole thing around. He's played tremendous defense, too. He pumped up Gio Gonzalez last night. You talk about the way he swung the bat lately. Just everything he does, Carp, the presence he has on the base pass, the way he changes the way a pitcher thinks about the guys behind him. Now you're thinking, I got to get to the ball, to the plate quick. I got to think about the base runner. Now Bryce Harper's up, and I think Bryce has benefited greatly because Trey Turner's been getting on.
Yeah, so you saw the Harper RBI that came early on the sac fly. The dramatic Ryan Zimmerman base hit later in the game. So he makes everybody behind him in that lineup better, and Trey finishes things off with another double. So 3 hits, couple of extra base hits. Bottom line, how many runs does he score? And that was a couple last night. But that was a team win, not just the offense. Gio beats the Mets again, and then the bullpen really locked things down.
You know, I think it was their cleanest game of the year when you talk about how they went about it. Sammy Solis with maybe his biggest appearance of his career last night with Jose Reyes up, just doing his thing. Ryan Madsen came in. I mean, the bullpen has just been fantastic. Brandon Kinsler's been getting the job done. He's coming in every single night. So with what these guys have done out of the bullpen, kind of feeding off what the starters have been doing, is why they beat the Mets the first 2 games.
Yeah, it was kind of interesting because last night it was Madsen for the 7th, and then Kinsler for the 8th, and the doctor for the 9th. He had the fastball really exploding here at Citi Field last evening.
Yeah, 3 2/3, 3 hits, no runs, 7 strikeouts and 1 walk. So they got the job done. The team's playing well. And they go for a sweep and win number 50 against the Mets in this ballpark since September of 2011. Unbelievable.
It's a good sign when the broadcasters are talking about all departments of the ball club. Offense, bullpen, now starting pitching. So Tanner pitched pretty well against the Mets early in the season, and Steven Matz, April 7th at Washington, got a no decision. Tanner's a gamer, man. If he wins this, the Nats have Scherzer and Strauss coming up in L.A. And with her on our minds, she was a big baseball fan. The Bushes were at Houston Astros games on occasion. And we've got these two energy guys, Defoe and Severino. FP, they were bringing the energy, but, you know, it doesn't mean a whole lot unless you're producing at the same time, and they've done both.
They have. You know, when your team is in a little bit of a rut, sometimes it takes some young energy to get you out of it. We just showed you Trey Turner and his energy on the bases, but how about Pedro Severino behind the plate? Wilmer Defoe, his amigo at third base. I mean, these guys have been doing it all. And you don't want to take away from the fact that they're really good baseball players by just talking about their energy. Last night, there were balls put into play with 2 strikes that won the Nats game. So in an age of the strikeout, where guys don't care about the strikeout, as you see right there, Defoe, Severino, they put the ball in play, and it was huge. So not only are they bringing energy, they're pretty good, too.
5 for 13. They've driven in 5 runs. And, yeah, those are guys driving in runs down toward the bottom of the lineup. Hey, Moises Sierra's been pretty good as well. So the Mets fans enjoying temperatures about 10 degrees warmer than last night. So are we. And the Nats looking at a possible sweep. Who would have thought that 2 days ago? PNC, make today the day. And by Lexus, experience amazing. So from over the Hudson, a look into Manhattan. We're across the other river on the other side. Way over in Queens, there's the Jackie Robinson Rotunda, Citi Field in its 10th year. And the Nats love this yard. Clear skies, 52 right now, as Steven Matz will take the mound against these Nats. And we'll check in on Wilmer Defoe. I guess as a hitter, maybe he's the Gio Gonzalez of offensive guys. Career here, 353, 3 RBIs in 7 games. Gio, of course, last night went to 11-1 career in this yard against the Mets. So pretty much the same lineup. And Severino back behind the plate. Steven Matz, 5 career starts against the Nats. 1-2 with a very good ERA.
Yeah, you see the arsenal for Matz. Throws a fastball 60% of the time, curveball 23, changeup 17, 3 starts on the year. The ERA at 3.77. Last start was his first win against the Brewers on the 13th right here at Citi Field. Gave up 4 runs in 5 1/3 innings of work. There's the defense for the Mets behind Matz. Matz defense. Cespedes, Conforto, Bruce the outfield. Rosario Cabrera the middle. Frazier, Gonzalez the corners. And our old friend Jose Lobatone behind the plate.
Trey Turner can't wait to get up to the plate now. He's 7 for 18 over his last 5 games. In this series, 5 hits, 2 stolen bases, 3 runs. And of course his walk total up there. He's walked 15 times, and that's 3rd most in the league.
So the reason he's walked a lot is he's not chasing balls out of the zone. Check that out, the lowest chase rate by NL hitters In 2016, get this, Trey chased 31.8% of the pitches out of the strike zone. Last year, 22.8, and this year just 16% of the time he's gone after a pitch out of the zone.
Yeah, maturing as a hitter, finding new ways to get on base. And that was PNC with our inside the numbers stats there. So we're underway at 7:10, right on time. Turner ahead, hacking on the second one, a good rip, and it's 1-1. Tom Woodring, big league umpire for 5 years, has the plate. Crew chief Ted Barrett, he's over at first. Lance Barksdale second base, and Will Little at third. Off speed, a beauty by Matz.
Check that out. Last season, 15th walk in game number 65.
So it was like, what's a walk? That is right in there. 94 by Matz. Looked a lot speedier than that after the off speed.
A lot of times you swing at a curveball down, you think he's going to throw you another one. I think Trey got fooled by the heater there.
Howie Kendrick on base, 14 of his 15 ball games. He's the Nats leader in hits with 18. Trey's up to 17. Bryce has 17.
Tell you what, one thing I've noticed from Steven Matz, and I know Nats hitters are probably aware of it too, he really slows down his delivery on off speed. You saw that changeup right there. He slowed down his arm, he slowed down his windup, everything. Why is that important? Well, as a hitter, if you have a good changeup and you have the same arm speed and release point as your fastball, I can't pick it up. But if you slow everything down, you notice it and you see changeup way earlier.
Bryce 5 for his last 11, waiting. Out of play, off to the right side. So the Nats come into the night with a batting average as a team on the rise, and Howie will go retrieve the lost lumber. Nats are up to 239, 5th in the league. They're 4th in runs and 3rd in home runs. And thanks to Trey and Taylor and others, by far the leaders in stolen bases with 23 in 18 games. Steven Matz, 26 years of age, 16 and 16 career. Target away. High chopper, deep short, long throw, Rosario, and Howie Kendrick beats it out.
They're holding play. They're supposed to only have 10 seconds after they hold play to either challenge or not. And they don't like the way Adrian Gonzalez stretched for that. If you heard in the background, they're booing that. That's what they're booing. Has nothing to do with Bryce Harper stepping in the batter's box at all. And there goes the no-hitter. They're not challenging it. And my voice just changed. Did you hear that?
We all go to another level at times with Bryce stepping in.
Reverted back to 13 years old there. And there goes the no-hitter.
Harper at 304. On base percentage 482. Shift on. Frazier the only man left side. 2 for 11 with a walk career against Steven Matz.
Yeah, I retweeted an article on Felipe Alou yesterday, Carr, and I didn't realize how many Nats fans didn't know why I say there goes the no-hitter. We talk about it every year. It's a tribute to Felipe, who said it every single game when our ball club got our first hit, to everybody on the bench. It was his tradition, and it's a tribute to him.
I know, but I want to hear you say it in Felipe's voice.
Yeah, there goes the no-hitter.
Thank you. I love that.
Hey, there goes the no-hitter. Say it every night.
Sounds just like Felipe.
It's the first thing you've got to take care of every night is a no-hitter.
All right, you don't have to do the whole game.
I'm going to do it as Felipe Alou for 9 innings.
2-0, and I would be honored to have him sitting here with us.
One of the biggest influences in my life. Period.
3-0 to Harper. So Bryce, 23 walks, Freddie Freeman 18. 17 hits, 23 walks. That's a lot on base early for Bryce. And that .482 on base percentage. They threw him a strike, outer half. Hey, a lot of guys want to be Mr. October, and you still got plenty of time to do that, but isn't it great to be a Mr. April and be off to such a great start year after year? He's locked and loaded, huh?
Yeah, my telly's a little off, but I love where his chin is on his shoulder right there and where his hands are. It's good stuff.
3-1 outside, 2 on, 1 out. The Nats threatened to score in the first last night. That base is loaded before a double play ball ended that. And maybe just for a little karma, last night the Nats scored the first run of the game for the 13th time in 18 games. 20 first inning runs on the year. But even if they don't score in the first, they've been scoring first a lot. Ryan Zimmerman hunting his first career base hit against Steven Matz.
Yeah, Dave Martinez talking about how that hit last night that Ryan got was big, not only for him, but for the ball club. The RBI single to left.
Timing of it was nice. It was in the 7th inning. And it put the Nationals on top 4-2. Added a run in the 8th. And never looked back. So they're back to 500. Nats have won 3 of their last 4. And they're 6-2 on the road. Way inside, 1-1.
It's still cool here tonight, but livable. Last night was miserable. Talked to some of the players after the game, and they were frozen. 53 degrees as we speak, and not a lot of wind.
Phillies are 10-6. They're 2 back of the Mets. Then the Braves, then the Nats.
Tell you what, if I'm Steven Matz and I've seen the Nats run all over my ball club for 2 games, I'm doing the same thing. I'm holding everybody close. I think it's been the story of this series. The Nats taking advantage of the Mets with 5 stolen bases. And there's one of the culprits. Doesn't have his mask on tonight. Looked like a thief.
2-1. He is a thief. So Ryan in the series 1 for 9, an RBI and a walk. Outfield straightaways, they respect his power. Infield to pull. Three and 2.
Close. I saw Jose Lobatone try to pull it down the zone. I think Ryan looking back at Jose saying, knock that off.
Yeah, that was okay when you were with us.
Yeah.
Ryan Zimmerman, left center. See you later. Second of the year. A 3-spot early for the Nats, who've now scored 23 first inning runs.
Look at that one. Might have been a changeup right down the middle, 83 miles an hour. Taking a close pitch, one going to take another close one. There's the sound, and there's the result. Home run number 2 for Ryan Zimmerman. That was a big knock for Ryan last night, and that one was a bigger knock for the club. When you win the first 2 games of a series and you jump out 3-0, the people sitting right behind home plate just heard Bob, "See you later." Everybody turned around to hear Carp on his home run call. That's how quiet it is here. That's not an exaggeration either. I looked.
I know, I was feeling a little in danger there for a moment.
It was like you yelled it in the middle of the national anthem or something.
Ryan Zimmerman was 0 for 11 against Steven Matz before that swing.
That felt good.
Sierra base hit up the middle. 4 consecutive runners. And after what we saw here Monday night, you're wondering, okay, it was a great comeback. Huge lift for the ball club. How will that translate the next night? Well, that got answered. And then you wonder the next night after that. And so far, so good.
Well, when you read body language for a living, you could just tell last night, the first time all year, maybe since Cincinnati, I should say more correctly, that they were having fun. Everyone in the dugout loose, relaxed. You know, you have a big come from behind win. You know, in the locker room after, you're booming the music, and then there's a big camel off your back, so to speak, and now you go.
So the Nats want to get greedy here. Zimmerman's given his team a 3-run lead. Taylor is next. Michael showing signs of offensive life. He's hit safely 7 of his last 10 games. Waiting for that breakout 3-hit game for him.
Stole a bag last night too. And then he's trying to take our jobs. He was on MLB Network this morning.
They had him stop by the studio.
And he did a great job. But we're not playing center field, are we, Michael? No. He did great. He's so humble and one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet in the whole world. And anybody that knows Michael or has met him knows that. We're big fans.
Pretty good heater to the inside half. So now it's 14 games out of 19 in which the Nationals have scored first, and 23 runs in the first inning now.
You know, that's a fun stat for us to look at, but if you're scouting the Nats and you're a starting pitcher or a pitching coach against them, you got to tell your pitcher, you better have your A stuff right out of the gate. When those barn doors open, you better come out with your A stuff. This team likes to score early, so there's no easing into a game against the Washington Nationals so far this year.
All right, time to go to work. It's 1-2.
Boys, Sierra is taking advantage of opportunity, isn't he?
He is now 6 for 19 in 8 games. Target in.
They're going up.
And it's too far up and in. And look at that. 1 out, 30 pitches for Steven Matz.
And he's got about 40 pitches to bases on top of the 30.
Taylor can't get to the high 83, so that was a changeup sitting upstairs. His 2 outs, strikeouts to Turner and now Taylor. And there's Wilmer Defoe. So we will repeat this one. 5 out of 13. They've driven in 5. Wilmer also has a sacrifice bunt, and over 4 ball games he's 5 for his last 15. 2 for 12 right-handed this year. Runner going. They've got him picked off. And Gonzalez throws it to Rosario. 1-6-3 on the caught stealing. There's a lesson to be learned about baseball in April. Don't bury a guy who has a 12-year track record of success.
Hear, hear.
Of his big league career, and Tanner Roark has a bit of an early cushion. Todd Frazier, Nets finally stopped his hitting streak last night. Suddenly he's 0 for his last 7. 2 for 8 with a homer against Roark. Conforto, Cespedes, Cabrera. Jay Bruce in the cleanup spot, playing a little banged up. And again, they bet their pitcher 8th, behind Lobatone and in front of Ahmed Rosario.
We see the arsenal for Tanner, throwing the fastball 56% of the time this year. Last start allowed 1 earned run on 3 hits, 3 strikeouts in 6 innings. That was on the 13th tough luck loss to the Rockies. He threw 96 pitches, but he pitched well. Carlos Gonzalez homer was really the only mistake he made the whole game.
88 running to the outside edge. Conforto 8 for 32 to start the season. He's had some good battles with Tanner. 4 for 12, 3 strikeouts, 3 walks, shift on, and a check swing on a curveball.
And that's defense behind Tanner. Sierra, Taylor, Harper the outfield. Turner, Kendrick up the middle. Defoe, Zimmerman at the corners, and Pedro Severino behind the dish.
Tanner acting like he was still going to throw it home.
He just made every blooper reel in the league on that one.
That was a great 0-2 pitch, Tanner.
The fact that he could laugh it off is amazing. Watch this. He wind up and the pin.
Well, there's nobody on base, so it's not a balk, it's nothing.
Wow, that made me laugh.
I think he got his cleat caught a little bit, maybe on the landing, and decided to hold on and shut it down. Target away. Well, you want to come and attack, throw strikes anytime, but especially when your teammates have given you a lead.
But, you know, you win the first 2 games, you score 3 in the top of the first. To shut down any right now is ultra important. You don't want the Mets to think they can hang around and get a win here tonight.
And Conforto might have helped out there. Looked like ball 4 high. Fly ball, Sierra, 1 out. This is unbelievable as we continue to ponder what the Nats have done here since September of 2011. They've now won 49 of 65 games here. The series 17-3, and that includes the at least 2 out of 3 here, and they've swept 7 times. And all the other numbers tell you that this is Nationals Park North. It's crazy.
Maybe that's why we see so many Mets fans at Nats Park. They feel like their team has a better chance to win there. I mean, right? We see the Army, whatever it is, it's 7-train Army, and they're always out in left field, and I don't blame them.
And Cespedes a mile high in the infield. Wilmer Defoe onto the mound and then dances off the back of the mound. 2 outs. Here's Cabrera, and as Drupal swinging a great bat right now. 339, tied for 4th in the league with Jose Martinez of St. Louis. He's also in this series 4 for 8 with a homer, 3 RBIs and a walk. So he's found a good home here. 3 for 10 against Tanner. Right now a shift identical to the one they were playing against Conforto. Curve a little short, 1-1. That was a good curveball, diving down and in. So the Mets loading up with the lefties tonight. Cabrera, of course, a switch hitter from the left side, 318.
Because righties have 2 hits against Tanner all year. Righties are 2 for 27 against Tanner Roark, 0.74 average.
Perfect pitch at the knees, inning over, and Cabrera doesn't slam his helmet down, but he let it drop heavily. M&T Bank with our do-up, and the Amigos are ahead, understanding what's important. Defoe and Severino, good buddies and having the time of their young major league lives right now. Now they've got 3 more tonight. Are they on their way to some 50% off regular menu price online orders at Papa John's? If they score 7 and win, 7 or more and win, drop in promo code NATS50. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. Defoe was at the plate when Sierra got picked off and caught stealing. 1-0 pitch. And Wilmer, who hasn't hit a homer yet this year but has good pop right through it. There's Severino, who's hit safely 8 of his last 11 games. Wilmer shows bunt. He gets Frazier on the move. Running game is a whole lot more than just stealing bases. It's laying down some bunt base hits here and there. It's going from first to third, second to home. And the Nats have done a great job in all of those categories so far.
Yeah, but it's being fearless. You know, all those things are fun to watch, but it takes a mindset to be able to do that.
Left side, Frazier cuts it off. With more on Defoe and Severino, here's Kolko.
Bob, so we saw that hand gesture from both Defoe and Severino when they reached base last night, and I think we saw it from Bryce Harper later in the game as well. So talking to Pedro Severino about it today, he said it's a bit of a tribute to Daniel Murphy. There you see it. Murphy wants to get the ball in the air. He wants air balls, as he calls it. He gets mad when he hits the ball on the ground, so when he and Defoe had bloop hits last night, that's what they did, mimicking the flight of the ball. Wasn't planned. He said it was just kind of organic, and hey, there you go.
Well, hello, Daniel Murphy. We hope you're tuned in down in Florida tonight. We miss you, buddy, especially when we played the Mets. Murphy's numbers against New York, 386, 9 and 35 in 2 years, and we hope Daniel's well on his way to returning. Oh, 2, and Severino fouls it to Bob Henley.
Yeah, Murph got 5 at-bats in an extended spring game yesterday, and he fielded 35 ground balls. That's from Dan Coco's Twitter. Reading it.
Where you go for the latest Nets information.
I responded, who is pitching? That's good ground ball percentage and tremendous positioning. 35 ground balls.
35 ground balls, no errors that we know of.
Nice. Well, we can't wait to see Murph. He's a big reason why the Nats are 49 and, what is it, 16 here.
Yes, sir.
Met killer.
Severino rips it just to the left of the bag.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen a player torment his old squad like Daniel Murphy has. See the swing again, get that cutter out of here. Almost kept it fair. It's a great look down the line. Yeah, that wasn't close.
Severino thought it was outside, and he takes a long look at that edge of the plate as he's punched out.
Backdoor, yeah, backdoor curveball just caught the corner.
Number 3 for Mats. Of the 4, he's retired. Here's Tanner Roark. 0 for 2 career against Steven, 1 for 8 this year. And those are his career numbers. Mats needs a quick bounce back inning. He threw 33 pitches in the first. Locked up on a nasty curveball. Just enough to stay in there. And a couple of strikeouts for Mats in a bounce back. Top of the second. 3-0 on the Zimmerman home run.
right here. A changeup right down the middle. 83 miles an hour, caught her out front. Give me some StatCast on that bad boy. 18-degree launch angle, 398 feet, 107 miles an hour, a Zim bomb, and that felt good. 15 minutes could save you 50% or more on car insurance. Visit geico.com to see how much you could save.
Bruce, Frazier, Gonzalez, 4-5-6 for the Mets. Jay Bruce didn't play Monday, 0 for 5 last night. Didn't start Monday. He got one pinch hitting appearance and grounded out.
That plantar fasciitis doesn't go away anytime soon, does it?
Does not. Ryan Zimmerman battled that.
Look how he's running. I mean, that's something that's going to be around all season, you'd think.
Well, I saw Mark McGuire have problems with that late in his career. Ryan, a couple of years ago, had to be specially fitted for orthotics, and anybody who's ever had that knows how painful it is in the back part of your arch and down into your heel. It's a stabbing sort of pain. So Bruce 0 for his last 11. Here's Todd Frazier. Had a couple of hits early on Monday to extend his hitting streak to 6 games. Since then, the Nats have pitched him well. Fastball a bit up, 1-1.
So you know you have a good walk-up song when you're singing it after the game and then the next day.
Sinatra by Frazier.
Yeah, that's a good one. My favorite so far this year.
He has sent 2 flying to the moon this year with 11 RBIs. Great change of speed by Tanner Roark, and that was the slider. Mercedes-Benz will cast it.
Well, Frazier has trouble with this pitch down low. That one looked like Tanner got away with one. See if he tries to bounce it here. Looks like he's going in. Yeah, maybe to go away here. Talked to Todd Frazier after the game last night. He's saying, we're not panicking. He might be the only one around these parts that isn't after the last couple of nights. The Mets have gotten off to a great start, and they're a great ball club, but we've been talking about them some spring training, but you lose 2 to the Nats, and it's like the sky is falling around here now.
Yeah. Right in there as far as where Roark wanted it, missed off the plate. First base runner for the Mets.
I saw this with Pedro Severino last night and Brandon Kitzler. I don't think he's setting up too far in there. That's just a close pitch, didn't go Tanner's way. There was a few front hippers from Brandon last night that hit Pedro right in the middle of his glove where he was set up, and they were, inside on pitch cast.
Adrian Gonzalez started Monday, didn't against Gio last night. So Monday 0 for 3 with a walk. Hasn't seen Tanner much, but he's had good success. That will be an out at first because the Nats just couldn't get anybody over to second base. Hit hard enough for a double play. So Trey Turner kept his cool and just went 6-3.
Well, you knew he had time with Adrian Gonzalez, but watch him look to see if Howie's going to get there, and there's no way. Wilmer tried to cut in front. That was just total discombobulation because of the shift. Total. Taylor made double play.
Yeah. Here's Jose Lobatone. All of his at bats so far left-handed, 1 out of 8 in 5 games. 0 for 2 with a walk against his Nationals ex-teammates here. Faces Roark for the first time.
That would have been some double play if Trey shoveled to Wilmer going full speed towards second. He did a pirouette and threw a bullet to Ryan at first.
Or maybe he could have relayed it to Howie and they could have gone 6-5-4-3.
I mean, it would have been like an end around in football.
I mean, guys were scampering all over the place. And the breaking ball outside, 2-0. Pitcher next, by the way. Similar to the number 8 hitter. First base open. Pitcher on deck. That comes up so often in the National League game.
I like that Wilmer even thought about running toward the bag on that instead of just standing around watching.
Three and 0.
Mats can hit. I think I left him out last night when I was talking about Mets starting pitchers that can hit. He can hit.
No gloves. Lefty, bats right-handed. Like Gio. And once the count went to 3-0, Tanner wasn't about to give in and groove one. So with a pair of walks, the Mets have 2 on, 2 out. Matt's 0 for 4 this year with a sacrifice, but he's a 160 career batter.
And he doesn't get cheated. He lets it rip. And usually in these situations, he'll swing early in the count.
So that bought him a first pitch slider. Just missed.
Tanner resetting. Stepped off the mound. That's 5 in a row. Looking at something up high. A lot of times you'll have a reset spot in a stadium where you look at a carp and everything gets out of your head that's negative. It sounds crazy, but I always used to find a place at a ballpark early in a series where if things were going too fast for me, I'd take a deep breath and look at that spot. Whether it was a palm tree, whether it was a foul pole, you know, some sort of spot that I would recognize to kind of clear the mechanism and reset.
It's cool. These days, guys look at cell towers. Check swing. 1 and 2.
Yeah, Ken Revisa's a big sports psychologist, and he's the one that taught me that. And he works with the Cubs a lot, and he works with Dave Martinez a lot. And Mark Campbell's the Nats guy, and he does a great job too. So there's so much that goes into it that fans don't even know behind the scenes.
Mats to center, hanging up for Michael A. So Tanner pitches around the walks. Experience the power and toughness of Ram at your local dealer. Log on to ramtrucks.com to get to work. Trey's been doing that lately. Guts, glory, Ram. Top of the 3rd ahead. And the Nats, top of the order, leading by 3.
on the field here at Citi Field over the last couple days. They've also gotten good news when it comes to a medical report on their top prospect, Victor Robles, who had that gruesome-looking elbow injury last week. Turns out, despite the Nationals' thoughts that it might be a season-ending injury for Robles, he will not, in fact, need surgery. There is no tear in that elbow, just a hyperextension. He will have an extensive rehab process, but it'll be months and not a season-long thing. So some very good news there. As for Matt Wieters, he has a wrist injury that he is dealing with right now. Jammed it a little bit on a slide the other day and then felt it when he was trying to tag out a runner at the plate a couple days ago. His said his oblique feels good. That isn't an issue at all. But the Nationals just giving him a little bit of extra time to let that wrist heal up, guys.
All right, Dan, thanks for the update. All the best to Matt. And in the meantime, Severino doing a bang-up job, playing every day for several days here. There they are. That is one heck of a ball club.
Huh.
And a good 0-2 purpose pitch by Steven Matz, bending Trey backward.
That's where some add-on runs might be an early dagger.
Started, stopped, and a great take. Back even 2-2.
Win first 2 games, score 3 in the first, add 1 here, 1 there. A tough road for the Mets tonight.
Gonna bust him in again, but it's up. 33 pitches, first inning for Matz. A 1-2-3 second on 10 pitches. And now Trey's going to make him throw at least 6 here. He's going to be called out for the second time. In fact, of the 5 strikeouts by Matz, 4 called third strikes.
Cut fastball, and the way Jose Lobatone caught it, it didn't seem like a strike. Pitchcast had it in the box. Trey handled that well, though. He didn't look at home plate umpire Tom Woodring on the way back to the dugout as he crossed right in front of him. All it takes is a little glance right there, and you're going to make your life difficult the rest of the night, and you might even get thrown out of the game. He handled that well.
So don't say a word and don't look.
Yeah, when you're coming right in front of the plate after you jog out of the box, it's all it would take right there is just a little head turn and say, seriously? Something like that could really set off an umpire. And even if Woodring doesn't see it, the 3 guys on the bases do, and now you start to get a reputation. So the body language right there, even though he disagreed with the call, was very mature.
Another 0-2 count for Matz. He had to go full before getting Turner. And now Howie works it to 1-2. He had the infield hit first time up. On the high chopper to deep short.
Tell you what, that bat boy is a cat with 9 lives for the Mets down there.
Foul ball almost got him in the bat, if that's the same kid working that place.
I mean, it is.
Right over his head last night.
The other kid had BB on his back, too. That's him. That's his last name.
Another chopper. This time it's in front of the shortstop, Rosario, and he gets Howie Kendrick. Bryce Harper bats, base is empty, 2 outs.
All right, we'll be back in D.C. on the 27th. More importantly, the guy on your screen will be back. April 27th through May 6th. Diamondbacks, Pirates, Phillies coming into town. There's all kinds of giveaways, fun for the whole family. I looked at the weather. It'll be better. Visit nationals.com to get your tickets. Fans do not like the Diamondbacks, Pirates, or Phillies currently.
Bryce in this series, 2 for 6, a homer, 4 RBIs, and now 4 walks. And the way Ryan Zimmerman has come alive his last couple of at-bats. Walk Harper at your own peril. Ball 1. That's the shift, and that's Rosario up the middle. And Steven Matz now is retired. 7 in a row, plus a pickoff. Nats still lead by 3. 6 against him with a couple of walks in the early going. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons with our league leaders. So lowest opponent's batting average against right-handed batters since the 1st of July of last year, just prior to the All-Star break. Look at Max, under 150. Tanner so difficult for righties, as FP chronicled earlier.
Yeah, 31 for 185 against Tanner. And that graphic we just showed you.
Ahmed Rosario, a couple of hits in the series, an RBI. 0 for 2 against Roark career. Hot shot, Defoe. Nice. Soft hands to his left, 1 out. Hot corner.
Tell you what, when you played middle infield the most of your career and then you go to third, you really don't have a chance to read hops. When you're deeper at short, you can pick a big hop and go get it. But at third, you just have to stay soft, and Wilmer's done a nice job with some hot shots down there this whole series. He's showing his manager he can really play some third.
Top of the order, Conforto. And Tanner drops that curveball right to the knees on the inside edge. On a 3-2 count, he hit a fly ball on a high pitch to Sierra. First time up. Got right in on his hands. Great pitch. Zimmerman unassisted.
Yeah, that's where you got to pitch Conforto. Keep the ball in. He can hurt you the other way. Watch every out-of-market regular season game live, at home, in the office, or on the go with MLB.tv. Your subscription includes MLB at-Bat Premium, allowing you to watch live baseball on your favorite supported devices. Visit MLB.tv for details.
Cespedes pop up to Defoe first time. Wilmer caught that ball while climbing up the mound, coming over from third base.
'73 Friday, '78 Saturday, and '79 Sunday in Los Angeles. The boys will love some warm weather for a change.
It's going to be brutally hot. And we can't wait.
Where'd he foul that off? Got a pretty big shin guard on and a foot protector.
It's basically a catcher shin guard without the knee pad. Right at the top of it, or maybe above it.
There's a reason it's on there, and if there's a shin burger underneath there and you still hit the guard, it's going to hurt.
He looks like he's okay. We're into the 8 o'clock hour here. Citi Field, where the Nats have gone 2-0 this week, and now they're ahead again. Trying to get over 500 and fly to LA with a ton of momentum. 0-2 to Cespedes, and he shows him the fastball upstairs.
The book has climbed the ladder on Cespedes with 2 strikes. Such a good low ball hitter. Sometimes you try to bounce the off speed and he golfs it firmly somewhere. He has trouble at times catching up to the heater up. 3 shakes to a slider.
Swing and a miss. That thing ended up way outside. Roark 2 Ks. Ryan Zimmerman 2 for his last 3 with 4 RBIs. He's next.
in a minute. Let's go to the first inning. Ryan Zimmerman with about a, 50-yard field goal to put his ball club up 3-0. Smiles back in the dugout. Everybody happy. Lexus dealers donate $250 to the Children's National Health System for the first 200 taters hit by the Nats this year. Lexus, experience amazing.
First pitch changeup. Ryan Zimmerman this year has 8 hits, and they've produced 9 runs. Did not check his swing, according to crew chief Ted Barrett.
Well, he took the changeup away. That's the pitch he hit out. So we'll probably see curveballs and heaters this time.
Zimmerman gets to the fastball away. Cabrera with a nice glove play, and Ryan Zimmerman is starting to lock it in. Next 5 ball games, all out west. So it's Max and Strasburg Friday and Saturday against the Dodgers. Sunday, Jeremy Hellickson. So it'll be Hill, Kershaw. How about Strasburg and Kershaw? And Alex Wood for the Dodgers in that series before we go on to San Fran. And if everything stays on schedule, Max would pitch getaway day in San Francisco next Wednesday before the Nats come home. Yeah, there's some news about Rich Hill. Not certain whether he's starting. May have been scratched. 1-1 to Sierra. So Saturday night will be something else. Strasburg and Kershaw.
We almost had one of those a few years back. Remember, Steven was sick, I think. If I remember right. I remember there was a late scratch and he was supposed to face Kershaw.
Yeah, just within the last hour, Hill has been DL'd by the Dodgers. Chopper backs up Todd Frazier. Long throw, well done by him. 2 outs. And for Steven Matz, 4 ground ball outs in a row after nothing but strikeouts before that. And with 2 outs, Michael A. Taylor.
Where you get you a good one and let it fly. Doubling up on the curve.
Taylor has a career homer against Matz, a solo shot. 3 for 13 overall.
See that finger out to the glove that Matz has? A lot of pitchers don't do that anymore. Most pitchers don't. And the reason they don't have the finger out on their glove is as not to tip a pitch.
Taylor called out. Steven Matz gave up a homer to Zimmerman, but he's been pretty good from location since then. 4th inning of Nationals baseball brought to you by the all-wheel drive RAV4 Toyota. What drives you? Hey, I'm talking about a car here. Visit buyatoyota.com for great deals and then try to take care of that. PNC make today the day. Minor league insights. We check in on Alejandro De Aza, again in spring training with the Nats this year. Hit 194, 9 RBIs in 28 games. And right now at Syracuse, maybe showcasing himself for a job with another ball club if there's not a spot for him with the Nats. But he's been around for a long, long time. Alejandro debuted in the big leagues with the Marlins back in '07. As Drupal Cabrera, and that's a fastball real close to the inside edge. 2-0. He dropped his helmet right in front of the umpire after being called out.
Tanner didn't like that. He had a little walk around the mound and was talking to himself. He thought that was a strike.
Things have been tight. 5th year in the big leagues for Tom Woodring. That'll run in there. Looks like the ump made a pretty good call on pitch number 2, actually. And Cabrera lashes one between Zimmerman and Kendrick. And with Bryce Harper playing well off the line, as Drubal's got a double, he's now 5 for 10 in this series. First hit of the night for the Mets.
It fell behind the count, and he stayed on that comeback fastball. And if Bryce cuts this off, it's a double anyway, so he figures, why hustle over there, plant my foot, spin and throw for no reason? So he let it hit the wall, played it off the wall, and it was a double either way.
There's Jay Bruce. So right now, these are the Mets' big guns. Cespedes shook himself up with a foul ball, and he's had some aches and pains lately. So they're 3, 4, 5 tonight. Cabrera, Bruce, and Frazier.
Yeah, where Tanner got in trouble the last time he faced the Mets, he started to nibble. And he had some base runners out there and made a mistake, I believe, to Jay Bruce. But tonight he's attacking, and that's exactly how he usually does it. And I thought he had good stuff in that game, too. He just, that one inning where he walked a couple of guys with 2 outs.
Five innings, 5 runs, 5 hits in the Sunday night game. Yeah, the 4 walks hurt. Struck out 9 that night. 0-2 and a heater right by Jay Bruce for the first out. Roark, 3rd K of the night. Went right after that slugger.
Yeah, by design. Maybe Jay Bruce was thinking about the front hit fastball, and Tanner tricked him with a 4-seamer up. See Severino holding the glove up, and he hit the spot perfect for strike 3.
Love watching Pedro nod his head yes right after he caught that. Like, you gave me exactly what I asked for there. Frazier walked first time. Two-0. By far the biggest crowd of the series and the warmest. Trying to get something going for their ball club here. It is tight on that outside edge, and Roark, an extended look in. It's 3-0.
Yeah, 2-0 slider. I thought that was outside. Close.
Yeah, pitch track says, pitch cast says Tom Woodring's having a pretty good night. That one runs back and he gets it to the edge.
You could almost hear Todd Frazier saying that ball's out.
Nowhere near. 2 on, 1 out. Third walk by Tanner already. Frazier twice. Adrian Gonzalez next. Hit a hot shot to Turner. First time up.
The key right now is to keep attacking, but keep the ball down to Gonzalez. Even though he's a good low ball hitter, you go below the strike zone right here, you got plenty of time on a double play. So look for off speed down and fastballs down in this at bat.
Steals a strike with the off speed. Turner shaded up the middle. And a base hit. Cabrera will score. Frazier to third. And the Mets on the board with 2 hits around a walk. Adrian Gonzalez breaking up an 0 for 10 with his 10th RBI.
Yeah, another changeup down. Gonzalez just golfed this one right over Howie's head. Good effort by Kendrick. Good read by Frazier to get to third on this. As soon as he sees Howie's not going to catch it, he just takes off. So runners at the corners, 1 out, and the Mets have something going.
Lobatone walked first time. That was a 4-pitch walk with first base open. Runner at second. Back in the second. Nats back. They want a double play ball. They're not going to play up early in the game when they have a lead. Nats has thrown 74 pitches in 4 innings. They do have something going on in their bullpen with Paul Sewald. Right to Zimmerman. Short for 1, and he throws it so far out it pulls Turner off the bag, and the Mets score a run. Now 3-2 on a potential double play ball.
Yeah, it just stays right on the bag. Taylor made and throws it across the runner, and that wasn't even near. Trey did a nice job to flag that down and to keep it just first and second.
It's fielder's choice, E3 RBI. So Brandon Nimmo is going to hit for Mets right here. Just as his team is getting back in the game, and Mets had retired 10 in a row.
Little scouting report on Nimmo and a breather here. This is where you have to be in the moment. If you're Tanner Roark, it's so easy for me to say up here, throw that away. Whatever's happened this inning, you can't control it, especially the last play. And now you just got to concentrate on this pitch right here and do what you can do, control what you can control. It's so hard to be pitch by pitch and in the moment when something happens behind you. It's almost like a golfer with a bad shot. Forget about that one. Concentrate on this one. Get yourself a ground ball.
Brandon Nimmo, 2 for 3 career against Roark with a homer, 2 RBIs. Good curve.
Callaway trying to strike while his team is hot. He doesn't care if his starting pitcher went 3, 4. He knows he has opportunity to get back in this game right here, right now, and he pinch hit for his pitcher.
Yeah, managing this like it's a crucial late season ball game.
I mean, if I'm Steven Matz, I'm not happy right now because he was dealing. You know, after he upped the home run to Ryan Zimmerman, it's pretty much crickets.
Yeah, 10 in a row, and he had the pickoff of Sierra.
I'm just saying, he can't be happy right now. I mean, one bad pitch, really, and he's out of this game. He's dealing.
Roark with a running 84 changeup. 1-2 now to Nimmo.
Yeah, gave up the hit to Sierra, then picked him off, but strikeout, ground out, strikeout, 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 a bunch of ground outs, and another strikeout, and he's out of this game. High leverage situation, and Mickey Callaway is going for it big time. In the fourth.
Yeah, we live in a different baseball world.
All right, let's see if it works. I just know if I was Steven Matz, I would not be happy right now because he was pitching extremely well. Ooh.
2-2.
Tanner with a long look in.
Wow, he's hot.
He said that's in. Tanner said that's not. It's a strike. And that's where it was. He hadn't really got that front hip sinker all night.
You never see that from him.
Nope.
2-2 pitch. And then he hits Nimmo, and the bases are loaded.
Tanner's fuming. He grabbed the ball with his bare hand, sent another something to Tom Woodring. Woodring came out in front of the plate. They exchanged words.
Tying runs at third, 1 out. Rosario tough to double up. He can fly. Ball 1. Ground ball to Defoe, first time up.
Tanner's going real fast right now. It's understandable with the frustration. But you got to find the way to figure out how to get a ground ball.
There's one. Taylor. Kendrick. 6-4-3. Tanner Roark still having a conversation with Tom Woodring, and he gets the best possible result. Keeps himself in the game and also keeps his team in the lead. 3 double play ball. So the Mets settle for a couple. Do you need expert printing? The UPS store has you covered. Together, there's nothing they can't solve. And it'll be 27-year-old right-hander Paul Sewald against Defoe, Severino, and Roark in the top of the 5th inning. So with more on Roark, and Dan, we don't see what we just saw often from the mild-mannered right-hander. Dan's got more.
We don't, Bob. Davey Martinez greeted Tanner as he got to the dugout steps, had a word for him, and then Tanner marched down the entire length of the dugout, not saying a word to any teammate, not accepting any fist pounds or high fives, anything like that. It was kind of Scherzer-like, and then quickly turned the corner and marched down the tunnel, probably to check out some video, but very determined, Tanner Roark, as he made his way down the Nationals dugout.
Well, as they say, he bowed his neck and made a big pitch and got out of the inning.
It did. Got the ground ball. And there's nothing mild-mannered about Tanner if you know him. He's just usually not that outward with it. He's as intense as they come.
Defoe right side. Gobbled up by Gonzalez. And the Nats still have had only 1 hit since the Zimmerman home run. That's 11 batters set down in a row. Rower coming out on deck. Severino to the batter's box.
He's definitely fast enough to beat out a bunt.
Big frisbee curveball.
Yeah, fastball slider change. Fastball averages 90, the slider 81. Kind of more of a slurvy slider.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it. That strike one had some serious action. 2-2.
In between a curve and a slider.
Fastball jammed him. And Gonzalez for this one, 2 down.
Let's see if they exchange any sort of words here. I doubt it. Woodring dusting off home plate.
Roark called out on strikes first time.
I'll tell you what, for whatever it's worth, I love the emotion that Tanner just showed. There's nothing wrong with, in the heat of battle, barking at an umpire every now and then. There's nothing wrong with the umpire letting him bark. I mean, hey, it's an emotional game, and they're still talking right now. He said, I want that pitch too. Let's go. And Woodring's talking to him.
All right, swing and a miss.
To be continued, folks. This ain't over. Here we go. They're still talking. He's saying, okay, that's the pitch I've been arguing about. I want that inside pitch too. You could call it a strike, and maybe he's kind of smoothing things out right now and saying, hey, I'm an emotional guy, and let's just play.
Both parties handling things extremely well, and Tim Bogart there if needed.
leash here, right? They had a nice discussion at home plate. Maybe he said, hey, you keep throwing it there, I'll call it. You know, maybe he even said, I missed it. I've had umpires say that to me before. Hey, I missed it, my bad. Let's reset this whole thing. But the fact that in the heat of battle, with everybody cheering here at the ballpark, in a game against the first place ball club, that he let Tanner have his piece. We've seen this year a bat flip with no words after strike 3 get somebody ejected. But hats off to Tom Woodring for letting Tanner just be emotional. That's what baseball's about. You love seeing emotion, and back and forth with an umpire is okay. I mean, it's part of the game. You don't have to eject somebody the second they say something to you. And so many umpires in today's game have a chip on their shoulder, and as soon as you say one word to them, whatever it is, it doesn't even have to be the magic word anymore. You're gone. So give them a lot of credit. Whatever you think about the calls, that's a different story. But give Tom Woodring credit for letting Tanner say his piece on the mound and in the batter's box. That's good umpiring.
Everybody handled it the right way. And a second ago, he had a brief conversation with Pedro Severino. And there's a strike low in the zone to get ahead.
And everybody's just playing now. And that's the way it's supposed to be. You have your piece, I have my piece, and then let's play. Everyone doesn't always have to get ejected.
Big curveball drops in. And there are some umpires who take the, well, you're showing me up thing to an extreme. Tanner didn't do anything to show him up there, but some umpires that people will not let you say one word from the mound while you're out there.
I mean, he did show him up because he looked in, he snapped the ball back, and he could have run him for that based on what we've seen in today's game. But
is that called showing up an umpire?
Yeah, when you look in and you're chirping at him and you grab the ball with one hand and you're yelling at him on the mound, absolutely. And then when you turn after a strikeout and talk to him, yes, because you're showing him that you're displeased. That's where showing up comes from. If you can do it without showing him up, that's ideal.
Roark drills the fastball inside, and it's 1-2.
They used to say that's enough, and when they said that's enough, that was it. And if you said one more word when they took their mask off and said that's enough, you were gone. Once an umpire said that, you had to be done.
Hitter's done. That's a good running fastball right there.
And he got the call. That's the one he's wanted. So they worked it out. Comeback fastball that hasn't gone his way. That one a little more inside than the others. But if Woodring was going to carry a grudge, he would have just sat there and called that a ball and seen it happen. I mean, we get on them when they do a bad job. You got to praise them when they do a good job.
Well, and you know, our guys in the truck watch every pitch with the pitch track in there, and according to what they're seeing, Tom Woodring is having a very good night. Here's Cespedes. Counts even, 1-1. Bottom 5. Cespedes a pop up to third and a swinging strikeout. Great running fastball right into the trademark of the bat. That's left after 74. Roark's at 75. 1 inning later. And Cespedes can't get to the fastball. 2 Ks for Tanner Roark, and now 5 in the game.
Yeah, lost in all that drama is Tanner getting that big double play ball to get out of that. Look at the cutter to Yoenis Cespedes for strike 3. Struck him out on a slider first time. This time he just cuts a fastball that's running away hard late.
Well, here's the Mets' most dangerous hitter now. Asdrubal Cabrera 5 for 10 in the series. Leadoff double last time ignited that 2-run rally. And that's good location right on the outside edge with run. So guys who slug That's all about the extra base hits. Cabrera up there. Ozzie Albies, the young Brave, off to a great start.
He's a good player.
They just signed Jose Bautista
To play third.
Third base. How about that?
I'll believe that when I see it. They signed somebody to protect Freddie Freeman. 37 years old. We'll see.
He can hit. We'll see how it translates over to this league. Took him a while to get a job, and now he's employed by the Braves. Fastball taken out to left center. Michael A. Taylor. It's called out. To his right, he takes a roll, and some guys seem to prove that you can outrun the baseball.
I'm telling you what, he has turned into one of the best defensive center fielders in all of baseball, and that's not exaggeration. He caught it. I watched it up on the Jumbotron. We'll take a look at it again together. Are they challenging it?
No.
I thought he caught it.
They waved it off.
Easily. What a play by Michael A. to Rob Asdrubal. Nicely done. Top of the 6th, Fios by Verizon Expo. Check this out. What do you think? Well, we'll show you this angle. Wait till the last one. It gets good here at the end. Great play, great effort. All right, here's the Expo. Check this out, folks. We've been watching this during the break. What do you got? Right there. Right. Does it hit grass right there? Anyways. In the NFL, that would not have been a catch. He did not continue with the football move.
And the ruling would still be under review.
The 100% fiber optic network means more speed for more devices at once. Visit getfios.com today. Not a catch in the NFL, a catch in the big leagues.
Nats went 0 for 9 the second time around the order, so here's Turner in the 6th. And that one will not go very far. Conforto. Nationals now 14 consecutive batters set down by Matz and Sewald. So all the offense in the first 5 minutes of the game. Kendrick, the infield hit, Harper the walk, and then Ryan Zimmerman, a laser past the 370 mark in left center to put the Nats on top. One hit since the Sierra single, but he was picked off. Here's Howie. Kendrick 0 for 2 career against 27-year-old Paul Sewald. There he is, a walk and a grounder for Bryce tonight. And Howie knows it's foul, so he stops. Another pitcher's duel in Atlanta tonight. They're scoreless in the fourth. Went extras last night, and the Phillies won. They're 10-6. Swing and a miss and a ball down and away. So Bryce on his way, and so's Dan.
Bob, I was talking to Jose Lobatone, the former Nats catcher, now Mets catcher, before the game, and I asked him when he was in the lineup the other day if any Nats hitters were talking trash to him when he was behind the plate. He smiled. He said, no, not really, but he did say that after Bryce homered in the first inning, later on in that game, he asked Lobie if he wanted to take his helmet off for him. He was like, where were you on that? So I know fans have been missing Lobie as the helmet taker offer guy, and apparently Bryce is too.
Oh, that's funny. Maybe the Nats need a big swing by Bryce to break this hitless streak, which has now reached 15 batters. In the series, 2 for 7. On base 6 times. Shiftage. That's a good take. 2-1. And everything this guy throws, anything but straight. Change up, the fastball, the hook. Then he goes fastball up for the strikeout. Paul Sewald with a couple of impressive 1, 2, 3 innings.
We're going to show you what transpired in the fourth inning. That's the pitch he wanted. What you don't see is he barehands the throw back and started barking at Top Woodring, but regrouped, didn't lose control, kept his composure to get a big ground ball. Those are strikes. No, he said they're in. Tanner said no, they're not. Those are strikes, and they had their piece. And this is after the strikeout. Maybe saying, I'll take that pitch, or that was the same pitch you called the ball. Whatever they said, they're over it, and Tanner had a nice inning in the fifth.
Yeah, got his third 1, 2, 3 inning of the night. Misses DeBruce. Bottom 6 underway. Howie's in right on the shift. 3-2 Nats. There's a second baseman out there for the first out.
Roving.
Fans keep asking me, how do you score outs when there's a shift? And on that one, I just put a little arrow out into right field so we know Howie was on the shift. So Todd Frazier steps in, couple of walks so far and a run scored. The RBI guys are Adrian Gonzalez with that flare and Jose Lobatone with the ground ball. So third time around for these two. Frazier up there pumping on the first strike that he saw, a slider. So it's kind of an interesting matchup career by these guys. Still 2 for 8, a solo homer, 6 walks, Roark and Frazier.
There's something going on that we're having trouble figuring out. Dave Martinez has come out and talked to Tom Woodring between innings, 2 innings in a row. And it's not about Tanner, because all the umpires have gotten together and they're talking about something. And that usually doesn't happen when there's a beef between a pitcher and an umpire. So there's something going on, whether it's a substitution, a lineup change, Brandon Nimmo coming into the game. I see substitution. Maybe it's trips to the mound visits. I'm missing something. And that's my fault.
Hot shot. Turner, can he get up and throw him out? Yes, he can. Frazier, his rocket spun our shortstop around, and Trey recovered beautifully. Mets will have a look.
He looked out from up here with the naked eye. We'll see it again on the replay. What a play by Trey Turner. Ball kind of spun him around. Tough to tell in that angle at first, but let's concentrate on the beautiful play. Almost like a goalie in a glove save. He gets to his feet and throws it across the blue line for an out. Look at this play by Trey Turner. Got him. No challenge. Beautiful play by the Nats shortstop.
And Ryan Zimmerman in full stretch mode toward him to give that ball the shortest possible path for the out. Here's Adrian Gonzalez. Totally disinterested in the curveball. 1-1. Tanner started this inning with 80 pitches. Not due to bat for a while. Right now, Dave Martinez wants to see how quickly he can get through the 6th. Well, Turner knocks it down. He's got time. Quite an inning for Trey Turner. And there was also a line drive to Howie.
He's got a sneaky strong arm, doesn't he, Trey Turner?
Zimmerman ahead, top 7. Dan O'Rourke just got a 10-pitch 6th inning. He's at 90 on the night. Seawald his 3rd inning for the Mets, and here's Ryan Zimmerman. 1 for 4 career against the righty. From that arm angle, you never know which way that thing's going. Busting Ryan up and in there. Nats still looking for their first base hit since the 1st inning. Target way out there. And it was not a breaking ball, high riding fastball. A.J. Ramos, their pitcher's due up 2nd in the bottom of this inning. Good take by Ryan Zimmerman. 2-2. Reaches out, pokes it to right, and it's beyond the reach of Jay Bruce. Ryan Zimmerman's going to get at least 3 bags out of this. So he has a homer and a triple.
His 2nd triple of the year. And we're in April. Triple Zimmerman, check it out. 2nd hit of the day. That feels good for Ryan. Jay Bruce selling out, couldn't come up with it. I like what you said, at least a triple, because who knows if that ball kept rolling, if that was inside the Parker. He'll take the triple. Nats trying to add on. This would be huge.
22 career triples in the infield zone. Trey Turner bending back from a fastball in. Pardon me, Sierra. Ryan Zimmerman tied for 2nd in the league in triples. So 2-0. That's a pop-up waiting to happen, that pitch. Or a swing and a miss. Sierra, 2 RBIs in the series. He is 4 for 7.
So this is a crazy game. Ryan Zimmerman's last at bat was a 106-mile-an-hour ground out to 2nd. Hit it right on the nose, and then he just taps one out there, just a little tap, tap, tap-a-roo. Puts the ball in play and gets himself a triple. This game will drive you nuts.
Already had that effect on many of us.
Yeah. If you listen every night, it's obvious. That was an 80-mile-an-hour triple, I'm being told.
Yeah. I'm glad it wasn't any harder. It would have carried to Jay Bruce.
Yeah.
Matt Grace is up. Lobatone. And they have nothing but right-handed pinch hitters left. 2-2 to Sierra. And he pops it out to right center. Conforto, not nearly the arm that Juan Lagarus has out there, so he just throws it in on one hop. And the Nats lead 4-2. Sierra delivers another RBI.
Tell you, Moises Sierra has shown he belongs on this ball club no matter what. Good at bat, put the ball in play. Extends the lead to 2.
Next up, Taylor.
Did you hear Ryan sliding across home with the mics we got down there?
It's amazing.
That was cool.
Taylor with Frazier back.
Can we take a listen? That didn't sound like the dirt for a second there, but hey.
Not a play from Michael A. here in the 7th. Nats did a great job of adding on last night, eventually winning 5-2. Target obviously way up there, and Taylor able to lay off. Got a fastball. Late for it. Over in that part of the ballpark, not a whole lot of room for foul balls once you get by the dugouts. Into the 9 o'clock hour here, Citi Field, Flushing, New York. BCFP, DK, and the NATS are trying to make it 3 in a row in 4 of their last 5. Taylor can't reach that frisbee. 4 Ks for Sewald.
Kids opening day, Sunday, April 29th at Nats Park. You can celebrate with the Junior Nats Club. Join Screech and all of his mascot buddies. First 10,000 kids ages 12 and under, you get a toy. Presented by the Potomac Nationals. Tell your parents to visit nationals.com for tickets.
Here's Defoe for 2 on grounders. First batter Sewald faced nearly 3 innings ago. So Mets went 4, pulled in surprising fashion, we thought. And now Sewald trying to get 3 innings with 1 run out of their bullpen. Wilmer made a late decision and couldn't get to it. 1-1. Oh, that breaking ball, even to lefties, is nasty. Is Roark coming out after 90 pitches, or is Grace about to pitch? then you go uptown. We're over in Queens. Empire State Building all lit up tonight. This is interesting. Jose Lobatone leads off. Paul Sewald, who has pitched 3 innings with 1 run on 1 hit, is on deck. Could depend on what Lobatone does here, whether or not he stays. And of course, Tanner coming out for the 7th inning. Right now, 92 pitches, 52 strikes. Their bench is heavily toward the right side after Nimmo was used early. And he pulls the string on his former battery mate right there, a beauty. 1-2.
It's number 95 coming. 54 of those are strikes.
Yeah, Matt Gray sits down. Sammy Solis, who was dominant here last night, crucial 2/3 of an inning, is up, and that looked like strike 3, and he didn't get the call. After all of that,
He didn't say anything. This is a strike.
Mercedes-Benz says yes, sir. 2-2.
Yeah, he's frustrated because that's his bread and butter to lefties, that front hip sinker, and it just hasn't been there call-wise tonight. The movement's been nice. There was times early in last year where he didn't have a feel for that pitch, but in 2018 he's had a tremendous feel for the front hip sinker to lefties. They're having trouble getting on the same page here. Good pitch, good take. That looked like a strike for a while.
Jose Reyes is a couple of steps down in the dugout. Now that's going to get Lobatone. Lobatone will leave, Sewald will leave, and Reyes will pinch hit.
Well, he can't take 2 close ones in there. The first one was definitely a strike. They're telling me this one's a strike, but where Severino was set up was on the outside part of the plate, so he had to reach across his body. Keep throwing strikes, Tanner. They'll give it to you soon enough. That's a big out in a 2-run game.
Jose Reyes against Tanner Roark, career 3 for 11, 2 walks. So a big first out on Lobatone here in the 7th, and Reyes swings through a breaking ball.
His at bat last night was a whole ball game, wasn't it? Sammy Solis versus Jose Reyes, right-handed. Tying run on third, less than 2 outs. Big punch out.
Now 0-2 on the check swing.
Anytime you see a hitter consistently check swinging, you know he's kind of thinking too much. And that's how Reyes struck out last night on a check swing.
Right back to Roark. 2 down. Rosario is next.
Listen to the fans. I thought Price was coming up. Nats fans, check out the brand new Deals Hub on Nationals.com, your one-stop shop for special offers. Save on your next trip to the ballpark with discounted game tickets, concession items, and more. Visit Nationals.com to start saving today. Almost like that whole exchange with Tom Woodring really kind of fired Tanner Roark up.
He's been fantastic since then.
Yeah, he got the ground ball double play with Ahmed Rosario.
And now the next 8 batters, Rosario up there hacking. Ryan Zimmerman, and it's well beyond his reach. Couple of ground balls, and Rosario hit the huge 6-4-3 double play ball to end that 2-run fourth that kept the Nats on top by a run.
This might be Tanner's last hitter with Sammy Solis hot and Conforto on deck.
High fly ball, center field, Taylor. Tanner Roark battles through 7 tonight, and if that's it, how about finishing with a flourish? Last 10 batters for 11 outs. Washington Nationals, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Washington Nationals.
That's the best look at this ballpark, don't you think, coming in this way?
It is. Jackie Robinson Rotunda right in front of us, and some great baseball right in front of us all 3 nights here by the Nats. Every time there's been a crucial situation in this series, the bullpen or timely hitting has prospered in that situation.
It's funny because you saw the Nats gripping before this series. Everything they were doing, they were trying too hard, gripping the bat too tight. By winning the first game and coming back against the Mets, now the Mets are doing it. So in the big situations, you can see the Mets pressing in this series simply because the Nats came back and won game 1, nice and relaxed, won game 2, jump out to a big lead in game 3, and just kind of turned the whole emotion of this series. One team came in pressing, now the other team ends up pressing.
So 2 more innings, 2-run lead, looking to add on, and this could be a total decoy. Tanner's worked his way through 7. I had already totaled him out, so you're kind of thinking he's out there for show.
Like, did you just mean for sure and you're trying to be cool? Saying for show?
For show. Yeah, Stevenson's ready if needed. And by the way, it's A.J. Ramos for the Mets. So the Nets 4 runs on 4 hits. The Mets 2 runs on 2 hits. Ryan Madson maybe back to his familiar 8th inning role tonight. He went 7th inning last night. Kinsler after him. Doolittle closed it. Ooh. And the bat came around and got Jose Lobatone. It appeared on the back of his helmet. Maybe the top.
You could hear it. Big backswing.
Ooh. Tanner Roark, by the way, at 103 pitches, 61 strikes. 2-2 to Severino. 0 for 1 against Ramos. Change up floating up and in, couldn't get to it. And it'll be Andrew Stevenson for Tanner Roark.
love to see Andrew kind of parlay his spring training into this stint as a Nat. Remember, he worked on staying on his legs more, keeping that base underneath him, creating some launch angle, and he had a tremendous spring. He used to be a front foot hitter, kind of go the other way guy, and almost a Daniel Murphy light transformation in spring training where he stayed on his legs and he was hitting the ball in the air with authority. So we'll see. Tanner Roark having the chat with Steven. They had words coming off, and I think it was like kind words when Tanner came walking by Tom Woodring to end this thing. He said, I think he told him good job. Gamer, absolute gamer.
Yeah, that's a great outing. 2 hits total, 2 runs in 7 innings. And a 1-0 to Stevenson, who came in to play some defense last night, grounded out to first. This one skied out to right center for Michael Conforto, 2 outs.
Time for your Jimmy John's delivery of the game. Go back to the 6th inning and check out some Trey time at shortstop. Does a nice job right here on an in-between hop, little spin move, and let it rip to Ryan Zimmerman. This one I love. He knows he's got time with Adrian Gonzalez running, but watch the fling. This ball had something on it, right on the money. So Trey Turner, defense on full display tonight. The open was about his offense, but he, sometimes as a shortstop, you could win a game on defense.
0 for 1 against Ramos' career, and that thing goes cutting way outside. Close. So 1 cutting away, 1 boring down and in, and he missed with both. Love to see Trey get aboard here, maybe get some things moving around with 2 outs. Deep short. Rosario's going to have to be really quick, and he did it. Bounced it over there. Not easy to get Trey Turner on a ground ball from there. Nats are going to have a quick look at it. He looked like he was out to us, and we'll see. We are going to the bottom of the 8th. Now it's time for the bullpen. New York, LA will be just a heartbeat away. So 10 o'clock Friday night, Max. He's won his last 2 starts. 1 walk, 21 strikeouts, 2 earned runs in 16 innings. And he's looking for number 4 with a 1.33 ERA. We don't know who's pitching for the Dodgers. Rich Hill has been scratched. 9:30, Masson 2. Friday night to the Max.
It's time for Toyota's Case for Kids. Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a $44 donation to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this year.
Ryan Madson, 2 hits, but 2 strikeouts in the 7th last night, put up a 0. And he got the save here Monday night with a 1-hit, 1 strikeout 9th inning. Michael Conforto. Madson got him for the final out Monday night in that fly ball to left after Cabrera was caught trying to get to third on a pitch in the dirt.
Well, this is huge. 2-run game. Cespedes on deck. Leadoff man out. Huge for Dave Martinez's ball club right here. He's still Cespedes. I don't care if he's struggling or not.
Fastball, and that thing is hammered into left. Sierra over to cut it off. And Cespedes will represent the tying run. Conforto, first hit of the night and his 2nd of the series.
That's where he likes the ball out over and go the other way. He's really developed an opposite field stroke. Nice play by Moises Sierra to keep the double play in order. Had to hustle over there and cut it off.
Last night, 7th inning, Cespedes hit a hard base hit to left against Madson.
Got the crowd into it.
23,117 on a cool but not really cold night. He's 0 for 3 tonight, and he's up there pumping, and this one high and on a play.
Keep the ball down, but off the plate and down. He likes the ball out over the plate and down. Good pitch. Boring fastball.
Yeah, we've seen this one other time tonight. Cespedes going down. Got himself earlier right at the top of the shin guard.
See, he's a good low ball hitter, Carp, but when I say off the plate and down, it's exactly where you want to pitch him, that sinker in. He's looking for elevation, but all he can do with that pitch is what you just saw, or pull it way foul. Perfect pitch. He is hitting it all off every part of his body tonight. The shin, the foot.
Hits the mound, base hit. First and second, nobody out, and the dangerous Cabrera coming in. Madson got him to ground out last night. Cabrera got that double against him on Monday. Sammy Solis ready. You got Cabrera, the switch hitter, then Jay Bruce, the lefty. And Sammy did some of his best throwing of the year here one night ago.
And Ryan's pitched 4 out of 5.
Cabrera 1 for 5 career against Madson.
That wasn't a bad pitch to Cespedes. You just hoping that was right at somebody. It wasn't. So if Pedro goes out right now and Derek Lilliquist jogs out too, which you've seen in the past, is that 2 mound visits or 1? Because I think that might be what the discussion was earlier.
We've seen it called 2.
That's my guess with all the umpire talk we've seen tonight.
Cabrera last time robbed by Taylor. Double before that. Roark struck him out looking in the first. And has Drubel right over the top of it. That was the changeup. 3 hits in a row. And the bases will be loaded with nobody out. Is it Solis for Bruce?
Let's check out and see what Dave Martinez decides. He's having a lot of conversation with Derek Lilliquist, with Chip Hale. I'm watching everybody converse down there.
They have right-handed pinch hitters in the dugout, Wilmer Flores and Juan Lagarus.
You get Sammy back-to-back days. Ryan looks like he's on fumes tonight. It's not his fault. He's been grinding and used a lot early in the season.
Bruce career against Madsen, 2 for 7, a strikeout in this series, and the tying runs at second base.
Sac fly zone. Red, no. Yellow, you're on your own. And green, you can stroll home. Well, in a 2-strike count, those Bruces can go either way right now. If he gets a hit, they're going to stay Bruces. If he strikes out, they're going to turn into boos. Drama here in the 8th.
Bruce pops it up and it's playable. Defoe. Big first out.
Huge first out.
Frazier next.
Now you're 1 pitch away, and that's the way Ryan Madsen's thinking. Big out.
Todd Frazier has bounced into 1 double play this year.
It's a fly ball hitter. That doesn't surprise me, but Dave Martinez will take a grounder right at somebody.
He gets the righty-righty matchup after his veteran got the left-handed batter. Fastball in there.
Sitting soft first pitch. No way he takes that if he's looking first pitch heater.
And the slider smothered by Severino.
Good block. Like a cat, watch him get over on a nasty off-speed pitch and keep it right in front of him. Textbook.
That's a changeup floating up and in.
Such a big pitch right there. 1-1 count now. Todd Frazier in the driver's seat, a 2-1 count.
Bases loaded, 1 out, bottom 8.
Big pitch coming. Bigger pitch coming.
That's a base hit. From second, Cespedes coming home. Taylor's throw late. The Mets have tied it, and they'll have runners at second and third.
A nice at bat by Todd Frazier. Got himself into a hitter's count. You know he's got to throw you a strike. So he's on the fastball. It was up. Didn't try to do too much. And Michael A. charged that ball hard. A little unlucky with the bounce off the mound. And that's why the Mets got Todd Frazier, folks, for at-bats like that, situations like that.
Adrian Gonzalez has been intentionally walked. Bases loaded again. And it's Madsen against Lobatone.
And nobody on deck.
Not going to be Lobatone. It'll be Wilmer Flores here. So it's quite a battle now to keep this game tied. Right side for a strike. Now Jeurys Familia comes into play.
That's infield in between. Trey Turner right in the baseline. Howie Kendrick on the grass. Huge.
Yeah, Flores got out of control there. No chance to reach that for the second out.
Yeah, everything he had on that fastball, that was max effort from Ryan. I'll tell you what, some nights you have it, some nights you don't. When you pitch 4 out of 5, it's tough. But the one thing about Ryan Madsen I love is you don't know if it's a 1-2-3 inning or he's given up a few hits. He's the same guy. He's not fazed by the situation.
Now it's Juan Lagarus, another right-handed batter. As I mentioned earlier, once they used Nimmo and Reyes, nothing but right-hand bats left. And that fastball just stays away.
When you've seen a guy as much as we've seen Ryan, he looks like it's max effort tonight. Usually when he's out there, it's effortless, right? You have to look at the gun to see whether it's a changeup or a fastball because it just comes out so easy. But he's putting everything he has into these pitches. You can tell by his finish. Understandably so. I feel like you keep it tied. Kendrick, Harper, and Zim due up in the 9th. This is huge. You blew the lead, but so what? Now you got to keep it right here.
Run back action on 96. 2-2.
Boy, I'll tell you what, beautiful pitch. You want to seal the deal right here if you're the Nats and Ryan Madson, because if this goes to 3-2, this place could go nuts. And you get the runners going, 3-2, 2 outs. This pitch is huge right here, right now. You want to seal the deal if you're the Nats.
Severino takes the brunt of that one.
You're being told that was Ryan Madson's 100th pitch in the last 5 days.
Wow.
That's a lot.
He threw 21 in the 7th inning last night. He threw 11 in a quick 9th inning on Monday. Back to back here.
And you know what? Derek Lilliquist and Dave Martinez have confidence in him. They wouldn't have brought him in tonight. They know he feels okay. It's not like they're putting him in a situation that he didn't want to be in. He would have told him, yeah.
That's a fair ball. The Mets are going to lead by 2. There's a play at second, but Price came up and threw it into Zimmerman. Didn't want a chance to pull it over to second base. And Juan Lagarus delivers, and the Mets have a 4-run inning.
It looked like he stayed on that same fastball. He tried to bring back one more time, and Lagarus had one with a little more plate than the last one in a clutch hit off the bench for the Mets by Juan Lagarus.
4 singles and a double in this inning. Madson faces 8 batters and the number 9 spot straight ahead.
Just sneaks it in down the right field line. Todd Frazier excited as he crosses the plate, and so is Lagarus. Hurry to your local Ford dealers for great savings on cars, trucks, and SUVs.
Yeah, Lobe liked it. Lagarus, 4 hits in this series. Now it's Rosario against Sammy Solis. Their shortstop 0 for 2 against Sammy. Who had to put out a fire in the 6th inning here last night. Struck out Reyes, got Rosario to foul out to Howie Kendrick. And the Nats will trail by at least 2 when 2, 3, 4 come up in the 9th. The Mets have 5 of their 7 hits in this inning. Dropping it to the outside edge, 1-1.
You never know what happens in the ninth. You got to keep it 6-4, and you got a chance.
Well, Familia coming off a big meltdown here on Monday. His first blown save of the year. 2-1. And it'll be Solis against Conforto,
who started this whole thing up.
So tonight the Mets will bat around in the eighth inning. Could not check on the curve. Strike one.
You know, it doesn't look great right now, but it didn't look great in the eighth inning in game one of this series. So it's important to keep this a 6-4 game because you never know. You just don't. Well, as we learned 2 games ago.
It's the difference between needing 1 base runner and a whole lot more than that. Sammy with the curveball again, over but low. 1-1. Fastball up to even it up.
Oh. Well, close pitch, and now you're going to hear every bit of the crowd here. Pedro Severino liked it. Right on the edge. And crank him up. Here they go. Rewind, do it again.
Frazier's 2-run single up the middle got them their first couple of runs to tie it up. Then Lagarus later, 2 more on a double. 3-2 again.
Late on the fastball. Do you dare think about pulling out the curve here to try to trick him, or you just keep pumping heaters?
Yeah. A little tougher to throw the curveball for a strike in a situation like this.
He seems like he wants to swing and not walk.
Yeah.
Based on
that's true.
The last few pitches of the sequence. A lot of guys have trouble taking 3-2.
7-4 Mets. Davey Martinez to the mound, Cespedes and Cole. So Sammy, 2 batters, walks both. And the Mets, 3 of their last 5 batters, bases on balls. Who bring you the Smile at Spring sales event, and by Ocean City, Maryland. There's no end to the fun you'll have in Ocean City. Plan your trip today at OCOcean.com. So Sammy walks the 2 he faces, Rosario and Conforto, and now it's A.J. Cole against Yoenis Cespedes. Cole pitched the 7th inning here on Monday night, gave up a triple to Nimmo and a homer to Cabrera, ended up the winning pitcher when the Nats rallied. Cespedes 1 for 6 career against him with a walk.
It's just hard when you played so many close games all in a row. You know, 2-1 against the Rockies on Friday, 6-2 on Saturday, 6-5 on Sunday, 8-6 game 1 here, 5-2 last. I mean, these guys are playing close games, so you're asking your bullpen to do a lot, and that's what happens in close games. You know, it's no fault of Dave Martinez. He had to pitch. He had to give Kinsler the day off tonight. He pitched 5 in a row. So as a manager, when you play a ton of close games in a row, it's hard, man, because you're asking your guys to do a lot because the game's close. You know, he would love to have a laugher one of these days so that he could take a little rest with his bullpen, but just hasn't lined up that way with the schedule and the way the games have gone. So, I mean, it's not his fault by any means. It's just that that's the way it goes when you play a lot of close games and you're really having to step on your bullpen. That's called baseball.
0-2 now. Well, and it's hard to sweep because you're using the back end of your bullpen to get to game 3 with a chance to sweep. And these guys have been taxing, as FP said. Ryan Madsen battling, ran out of gas.
Stayed off Sean Doolittle in game 1, but then you use him. I mean, it's just
chess match every day.
You'd love to have a 5 or 6 run lead once in a while just so you can stay off the bullpen, but it's just not the way it's lined up, especially with the Rockies playing well, the first place Mets, now you're going to Los Angeles. I mean, hey, it's the big leagues, it's the way it goes, but you use who you use, and he hasn't used the wrong guy yet.
Cespedes makes it 11-4.
Just shows you how quick it can get away from you against a good team. I mean, you can't throw low 90s, upper 80s up in the zone, especially right down the middle, and that's what good hitters do. Like I said, doesn't matter if he's struggling, he's still Cespedes.
6 of those runs in this inning charged to Madsen. 2 charged to Sammy Solis. And for the Mets, it's a 9-run 8th inning. One and one as Jubal Cabrera. That's over to the left side. Defoe cuts it. And the Mets will send 12 men to the plate like the Nats did in the 8th inning 2 nights ago. With 3 outs with which to work. For every Nats walk, and they'll need some here with some hits, $50 from Care First Blue Cross Blue Shield to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Greater Washington. This year, 90 walks, $4,500. And they encourage you, Care First does, to take that first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Go for a walk. Seth Lugo faced 1 man on Monday night after replacing Jacob deGrom, and he walked Howie Kendrick on 4 pitches. And looks like Matt Reynolds will hit for Howie Kendrick here. Tomas Nido behind the plate. He's batting 7th. Lugo batting 8th. As Matt Reynolds is 1 for 9 as a pinch hitter, 0 for 3 with an RBI. Fastball by him.
There's still 3 outs to play with, but I think if you said 2 out of 3 on Sunday on the way up here, we'd have all been all in with that.
That's well played by a very good first baseman, Adrian Gonzalez.
But you wanted to sweep, and that's how baseball goes. The Peanuts are back in town for a weekend series, April 19th through the 22nd. Great promotions, great giveaways. Call the number on your screen or go to the website for more information.
Bryce Harper 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. 3 for 11 career against Lugo with a walk and an RBI. Yeah, too bad this has transpired after the night Ryan Zimmerman's had. As soon as we're done, Johnny Holiday, Ray Knight, and that's extra. Harper on a breaking ball, out to short. So that's Rosario on the right side on the shift, and the Nats with Zimmerman down to their final out.
There's the hit speeds. I like that. We should start doing that more often. That looks cool. 107, 106. In the fast lane with his blinker on at 80. But it was a triple.
Zimmerman against Lugo, 1 for 6. So Ryan's, to this point, adding 27 points onto that batting average tonight. Collecting 2 extra base hits for the first time.
He's a double and a single shy of the cycle.
So if the Nats bat around here, he's got a shot.
You never know.
Zimmerman reaches out. See you later. Don't bury a guy with a 12-year track record of success.
You want to say that again so bad? Yeah, on a rough night, there's something to hang your hat on, and when that guy gets out, he can carry a club for a long time. We've all seen it before. Don't give up on number 11, folks. Because if you do, you're just going to look silly. And he's made a couple of pitchers look silly tonight.
Sierra, strike 1.
That's a tough loss. You think it's sweet, but that's a big-time positive out of this game.
Now the Nats down to their final strike. They threw the ball back on the field. It's being retrieved from center field.
Sorry, Carp. 103, 399. So 107, 106, 103, 80.
11 total bases tonight for Ryan Zimmerman.
It's a tennis match here.
Lance Barksdale picked up the ball, threw it over to the ball boy in the left field side. And this is when you just don't have any more nonsense. Don't give it to any more fans and throw it into the bullpen like Jay Bruce just did. They threw it back from foul territory down the left field line. Give me a break. 0-2.
All right, what are going to do with this one? Boy, he's just dying hard. I like it.
Left side, Frazier, and that'll do it. So the Mets come up with a huge 8th inning and beat the Nationals 11-5. 2 out of 3, 2 hours and 51 minutes to play it.